workouts have two workouts. On the weekend, Saturday, I normally bench on Saturday with some of the guys, and the others bench on Sunday. It doesn't really matter. But that's speed work. Oh, that is dynamic work. Well, you only use about 50% of a 1 rep max. Sometimes lighter. It's really about 40% of what you can floor press. What you got? So if max out on the floor press, use about 40%. And of course that goes along with, we use bands and chains. But you'll do, you can do 8 triples, all right, about a minute rest. And I highly suggest use 3 grips. Most people can't bench because they have weak arms. The arms are the primary mover in the bench, not the chest. That's bodybuilding. And we're going to teach you how to bench properly as well. But 3 sets in any way you want to do it. 3 sets touching the smooth part of the bar. 3 sets with the thumbs here, and 3 sets with the little finger on power ring. Okay? And you could go 1, 2, 3, or you can go 3, 3, 3. You can do anything you want. Keep the rest period short, and this is a fast, it's an explosive workout. It sounds, forget light. You have to put everything. If you bench 400, you got to put 400 into the 200. Okay? It's again, force equals mass times acceleration. Keep the bar at least on your sternum, if not higher. You'll never have a shoulder injury, and you guys aren't going to power meets. I mean, maybe a few of you will sometime, but this will make you brutally strong in the arms. We bench with mini bands, depending on your strength, but mini bands, which you all could do. Monster minis. Minis are 85 at the top, 40 at the chest. And then monsters are about 125 at the top. Lights are 200, which, you know, a few of you guys could do some, but it's tough. And you want to be able to handle more weight than the band weighs. All right? So you got to be halfway strong to use a light band, or it turns into, that's strength speed. And we do all kind of combinations. Like he'll use a light band and a choke mini, then maybe a choke monster, and then maybe even a full mini or monster, right?
Probably no one under 700 uses a purple in here. Like all of those guys under 700 are using mini bands. Maybe monster.
That's in the shirt though you're talking. You're talking under 500 raw.
Yeah, under 500 raw I would use a purple.
Okay. Because if you look at that ratio, it'd be 40% band at that rate. I'm big in the ratios of band tension and strength development. I should explain a few things about that too. Okay, after you do the benches, I prefer, and I got this from East German shot putting biomechanics expert. And he told me a lot what the East Germans did, and he had some freaky East Germans. Uda Bayer, have anyone heard of Uda Bayer? Uda Bayer, a shot putter, he paused 677 and touch and go 727 in a t-shirt. They had a woman thrower, 18 years old, close grip bench 462. Serious, strong people. Uda squatted 992 in gym trunks. I'll tell you a quick story about Uda. A friend of mine watched him at the Colorado Springs training facility, and they were squatting, and a couple guys, Uda was squatting with 661. Now he'd done 9, and they were laughing because they squatted 705, you know. And they come back in the next day, and Uda's got 661 up in the jack racks, in the squat racks again. They go, "What are you doing, squat?" And he goes, "No, I'm doing push press." They watch him do 10 singles of 661 from behind to back. I've got 2 people that saw him do it, and we're not together. You know, they were at the same time, but one trained here, and the other, a guy come in and said he's seen him do it too. That's how strong they were. So I thought they're pretty strong. Maybe I ought to try what they're doing. Back to the training. So I believe after you train, either before you come in, do 2 sets of moderate dump. Like a guy like you, I'd pick up a set of 50s, do 2 or 3 sets of 15 reps, and you could probably do 30. All right? Do 3 sets of 15. Or immediately after you bench, do 2 or 3 sets of heavy dumbbells. It breaks up the training. And my friend overseas, there was no 700-pound benchers in Europe, what, 4 or 5 years ago, and now there's a ton. And that he told me when I had him do that, it kept him from overtraining. Now, and so after you do those dumbbells, you go into your tricep work. We're going to show you rollback tries, the JM press, elbows out tricep extensions, straight bar tricep extensions, football tricep. We're going to show, we're big in extensions, and how we superset. I mean, if you look at this guy's arms, he had to put 2 inches on your arms in a year, right? By doing 15 reps in a push down, a heavy set of extensions. 15 reps, heavy superset them. I did it years ago. I had a guy called Joe Pesci up in Youngstown, Ohio. He couldn't lock out 725 bench in a shirt. He did it for 6 months and benched 825. I mean, this 300-pound guy, nothing. He's nothing but muscle.
He's going to have the muscular endurance to be able to lock out your benches.
That's right. Yeah, it's all not. You have to be able to strain up there to a point. You know, even a marathon runner has to sprint to the finish line. So see, that's why you have to train all strengths.
And so for the dumbbell work after the speed sets, you stick
Yeah, a couple sets.
Usually 15.
A couple sets of 15. Or one set, like take one, you know. Well, look, I'd say 185 set of 15 close, 185 illegally wide 15 reps. All right, when you get bored with the dumbbells, go to that. If you get bored with that, do push-ups. My gym used to do thousands of push-ups years ago before benchers. I weighed 197, I benched 500 in a t-shirt. I weighed 208, I doubled 505, took it out myself, and I benched 515. And you know, people talk about shirts. I was a top 10 bencher with no shirt in 1980. And I was 17 off the world record squat and had the third best total of all time in my weight class. And I was number 6 in the bench in 2002, and I was 54 years old with a shirt. So, you know, the shirt controversy is retarded to me. But the fact is the matter, you got to be strong. There's no, strong is strong. One of the guys' gyms got a shirt that says big ain't strong, strong is strong. And it's true. All right. So, okay, you do a couple sets of high rep, it's muscle hypertrophy. You build a lot of muscle mass right inside the workout that you would not be able to do at the end of the workout. And then, I'm into like, then there's going to be a direct tricep exercise, like a heavy JM press, heavy dumbbell extension, heavy extensions like this. And then basically you go to upper back work, side and rear delts. And maybe if you like the hammer curls, I always like dumbbell cleans. It works your forearm, it works everything at once, and then I'm done. I mean, it sounds real simple, but it's simple. It is simple. Yeah, well, I just told him I do cleans. I like kettlebell cleans and presses because I've got so many back issues with my upper back. It's actually built my upper back. I mean, you know, you guys that kill me on this stuff, but it just like I do up to 40 reps, you know, stuff like that. It just blows my back up and stimulates it.
You ever do ring push-ups?
Ring push-ups are fine, but you know, you're looking for something fairly easy on speed day here. You're looking for repetition, not to kill yourself. I would do a push-up workout in its entirety. I elevate my feet like I did with my feet on a 13-inch box. I did 58 reps with a 100-pound plate on my back. Then I would do ring push-ups, but pick something, do a lot of it. You know, don't you know, you can't throw BBs at an elephant's ass. It ain't going to do no good. You want to do 3, the weightlifting method is a primary exercise and 3 or 4 and they're gone. And that's what and my theory is if you push as hard as you can, that's why you got to switch. You can't make any progress after a couple weeks. You got to switch. So if you push as hard as you can, you switch exercises, and it really works like a ladder, and it runs in a ladder. Like if he pushes his rollbacks, in a couple weeks he can't get any better at them. Now he does these, and for a couple weeks can't get better. But meanwhile, see, those took him to here. These take him to here. JM takes him to here. He's back to the rollbacks, takes him to here. It's a multi-year system. Everybody wants a quick fix. There's no quick fix. You didn't get old. I didn't get old over in a night. You know what I mean?